Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are able to listen to me and my voice is clear to all of you. Okay. So last time, you know very well that last time we had started an introduction with the Adobe Dreamweaver. And I also explained you that how you can install Adobe Dreamweaver CS3 in your computers. So I had explained you the complete process. I also gave you the link in your Google Classroom. If you go to your Google Classroom, you'll be able to see. You'll see that I have given you one link. You can go there and you can download. Since it is an earlier version, so it is not going to require you any sort of amount or any sort of payment for it. You will be able to download this software quite conveniently. And I had given you this link. This is the link. And I also explained you the procedure that how you are going to download it. Okay, now come towards these studies, the reading material from the book. What we need to do in this software. Basically, as I explained you that we have already learned the HTML language, the foundation and the basics of HTML language. So what happens that web pages are designed actually in HTML language, but there are some softwares which enables you to design the web page in a graphical environment, just like you are designing or drawing something, writing some text in your Microsoft Word. So it should be converted automatically to a web page. So what you see is what you get. This is basically the objective of any kind of software which helps you to make web pages designed in any software. And Dreamweaver is one of them that we are going to explore. And we said that there are basically there are two folders. One folder in which I am designing my website, and one folder will be there on that remote server from where I have taken the services to upload my website. Both the things are different from each other. Keep in mind, one folder will be there on my PC where I will save the web pages where I have designed it. Okay. And I had given you this example that when we learned this thing in our chapter number 3 and 4, for example, frames, pictures, whatever web pages you have developed, just like this is the folder where I have got some pictures, I have got one web page files, there may be multiple files in it, just like there are multiple files. So when I will made it make it in my computer system, in the folder it will be called the local folder, and when I will upload it, then it will be saved in that remote location on the web server. So that folder basically, which is there on some web server, will be called the remote folder where I'm storing all of my pages. I had given you the example of the different websites. Together, the local and remote folders enable you to transfer files between local computers hard drive to the web server. Now, this process is done through, again, another software is used for this purpose. There will be a file uploading software which is used to upload your website from your computer to your web server where you are storing your website. Are you getting this point? That is basically just because of the file upload, which is basically a file transfer protocol. So that protocol is basically followed by some softwares like Take example of FTP server example. FTP. Similarly, some other softwares are there which are used for this job. But since this is not in our syllabus, we are not going to use it. How to upload your web pages into your web server? Definitely, right now we don't have the domain name or hosting. You have to buy two things. You have to buy domain name and hosting, and then you become able to upload your website on some web server. But right now, what we will do in this chapter, we will just design our web pages, websites, and we will see that what is the process of designing only. Uploading on a web server, of course, is not included in our syllabus that we are studying right now. I hope all of you would have installed the Adobe Dreamweaver CS3. Now you know these all software that we are studying, whether it is Adobe Flash, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Dreamweaver, Adobe Illustrator, you know, these belong to Adobe family. Being student of computer science, you must be well aware of these things. Adobe family. Adobe family. What are the things in Adobe? You can see a number of softwares are there. Okay. List of Adobe softwares with description. Let's suppose. See, it is just an example. Adobe Illustrator is there, Adobe InDesign is there, Adobe Premiere. You know about Adobe Premiere? Adobe Premiere is basically used for the video editing. Okay. Light Room is there. A number of Adobe products are there that you can find out. Adobe Flash, Adobe Dreamweaver, Adobe Photoshop. Photoshop recently we have done. Adobe Illustrator creates vector graphic art. This is basically the job of the illustrator. Vector graphic jobs we can do in Adobe Illustrator. Adobe Lightroom. These all softwares that we have got are available basically, but you need to pay for them. But their earlier version, just like CS3 right now we are doing, so their earlier version may be available for free of cost on some forum. Okay, so these are basically different types of Adobe After Effects. It is also very much interesting. So to create the effects on the visuals, that's like you have got one video, you want to give some good effects to it. So then you can use it. If you want to edit some video, you can use the Adobe Premiere. Adobe InDesign is basically there to create elegant layouts and logos and such kind of things. Adobe Photoshop is the famous one that we use for designing any sort of graphics. So the software that we are studying right now, it belongs to Adobe family, and Adobe is a famous, famous software, famous company, which is dealing with such kind of softwares which are very much helpful for designing different kind of text, images, videos, animations, such kind of things. Now, what will be the environment when we will open that Dreamweaver? Let me click on my Dreamweaver. Adobe Dreamweaver CS3 will set it as the default editor of the following types. Can you see this? What are the things written over here? These are the default editors that you can, if you have another editor for such languages, so definitely you are going to unselect these things. Okay. So, but if you don't have, so does not matter. Don't bother Adobe to do so, because we can do this thing in other softwares. Right now, we are not doing any sort of language. Dreamweaver CS3. So this is the environment, this kind of environment will be there. Just like when we saw the environment of the Adobe Photoshop, we saw that we have got a gray area and then we can open an existing file or we can take a new file to open. Right now, whenever you will open the Dreamweaver, it is showing you that you can do editing for HTML, Cold Fusion, PHP, ASP.NET. No, these all are the languages. Keep in mind, these are the web design tools. Okay, keep in mind web design and development tools. If you want to know about all of them, you are able to Google them. Nowadays, the education is quite easy. If you want to know about what is meant by PHP, let's suppose PHP is a famous example. That's why I am telling you what is meant by PHP. You will write what is meant by PHP. So it is going to give you the complete introduction. PHP is basically a general purpose scripting language specially suited for web development. Fine, I'm not going in that the detail. So PHP editing is also possible in Dreamweaver. We can do the PHP editing over here. But right now we are concerned with the HTML only. Okay, so we will click on HTML. But first, before going toward that, let me see that what your book is basically following over here. Definitely, they are also going to use the HTML file. To create website, follow the following step. Create a new page, Dreamweaver, click site, new site to open a new website. So over here, when we will take HTML, file, new site, control new. Control new is used to take a new site. Whenever we are pressing control new, what we are supposed to do, we are basically, we want to have basically a new site. And site in which language? All supportive language are given over here. So right now, of course, we are concerned with the HTML. So of course, we are going to take the HTML. Okay, and we can create. When we'll click on it, so new site will be open. It is looking like right now in a simple, editor. When you will open, you will see three tabs are given over here. One is design. Here you will design whatever you want to design. One is a split. Show code and design both. One is code. Only show code. Okay. Let me give you some example. For example, I want to include some picture. So I can go to images, image. Okay. I want to bring some image, let's suppose. I will go to my desktop to find out some good image. Anyway, I take this image. Okay. So this is the image that I have inserted. I can even resize it. I can change its length or breadth, whatever I want to do. Depending on my requirement, I can do this. Now, whatever you want to write, let's suppose you want to write this. Knowledge is always useful. Okay. Now I select this text, I make it bold, I apply central align to it, it is now in the center. If I apply left align, it will be in the left. Okay. If you want to link this with something, so you can link it. Let's suppose if I click on it, go to the google.com, just giving you simplest example. You can divert it to any of the page, Anyway, when I'm clicking this, so I can give the link where I want to send it. Okay, now I have applied this to my page. And now if I want to see that what kind of coding is done, go to the code. Code has been automatically generated. Can you see this? That it has automatically generated the code for my work, whatever I have done. So it reduces our problem regarding coding. I did not code it. I did not code it. The code has been done automatically. I just designed it over here. Whatever I want to design, whatever I want to design, I will just design over here and the code will be automatically generated. Now let's suppose if I save it on in my P3's folder inside chapter number 9 with the name of my first page. Let's suppose I have saved it. Even if I close the Adobe Dreamweaver, let me close it. When I'll go to the concerned folder, my first page has been created. What is the file type? The file type, it is showing me Chrome. Why? Chrome is my default web browser. And Chrome, in Chrome, we can open which type of file, HTML file, any web design file we can open in it. So it is showing you that icon over here. I will double click on it. You can see that this is the design that I have done. And I click on knowledge is useful. The link was not written in a better way, because when you have to write the link, you need to write the link, complete link, full link, HTTP or something like that. Okay, just like if I want to go to this page, so I will have to give this complete address and then I will be able to use it. Yes, Maz.
Sir, how did you make the link in Adobe Dreamweaver?
Yeah, let me explain you this thing once again. Because the link option, I'm going to open the already developed file. This was the file. I selected and I typed over here the link. Okay, where to link it. So if we make the link in this way and if we save it, it should work. But right now it was not showing me the correct output. Yeah, the link was not complete basically. We need to copy the link. Now I have linked it. Why? How did I link? I pasted the link over there. Knowledge is useful. So this was the link about Adobe software, so that I had taken from the Wikipedia. So now it is getting opened. You can see that. So over here, the file that I have created, you can make any of the link by your choice. You can design some good thing just like you are designing in Microsoft Word. You can design simply according to your will. If you want to put this image in the center or you want to put this text in the center, you can do all these things. You can design some different pieces of the text or some good designs in Adobe Photoshop, and then you can bring it over here. This is also possible, that if you have got some good design which has been developed in Photoshop, you can bring it over here, you can link it, you know, with some other things you want to do. So that is also possible for us. You can let us move towards this again. What the book is saying, we will go accordingly. I have given you the introduction that how you can see the design view, number one, the design view, number two, code view, and number three, split. Split means the design and the code will be visible both at a time. This is number three. Okay. So right now, what is the title of the page? We have not mentioned. If you mention, then there you will see that the title of the page will be changed. My file. If I write over here, my file. Okay. Now you can see that automatically my file is written over here now. Okay. So similarly, we can add some different things in our work, just like add table. Remember, we had done the tables in the HTML. Insert division of the tags. Okay, insert images. We have seen that we can insert images. We can take different shapes as well. If you want to draw oval shape or something like that, you can do this thing as well. Please describe the image map. Okay, let us move towards the book now. We have to cover this text and then we will see all these things. So site definition for screen will appear. It has two tabs, basic and advanced. When we take a new site, it shows you that whether you want to make a basic or advanced, what kind of site is there that you want to build. So whenever we are taking this, we go to the new. Right now it is not showing us. Okay, if I go to the file, click create new, and in create new we have to go to Dreamweaver site. Okay, so right now we have got this option over here in the file and new file. Okay, so file and new file are working, but the create new site is not directly available in my version that I have installed. So whenever we need to take any file, we will go to the file menu and we will take new file from here. Fine. Okay. So over here they have shown you then when you want to make a folder, so then you can create the new site folder. But in my splash window, it is not showing the new basic and the advanced. Anyway, I will find it out that the basic and the advanced folders, how we can create and how we can locate this thing. So when we create a folder, then we have got different options over here, and we can design, we can add now this page is available. So what you have to do, you have to also explore this thing. I am giving you this work as well to explore this. Is there anyone who has installed Adobe Dreamweaver? Did you try? Did you install or not Dreamweaver? Just raise the hand and let me know those students who have already installed the Adobe Dreamweaver. And now it is working. They don't feel any problem. Yes, Kamlesh. Kamlesh, done? Those who have installed, they just raise the hand to show that they have installed. Rafi, Saeed, Munib, Kamlesh, only three students. So in the next class, when I'll ask it, so all the students should become able to install it. Okay, anyway, before going towards the next thing, okay, hands down. Let me take attendance. So we have got, okay, again come towards the Dreamweaver. So when we take a blank file, it is basically telling us about the different options when we take a blank file, blank page. We go to the file, we take new file, and then we take new document. In that document, we are basically supposed to design. So we click on over here, other options are also available. Blank template, page from the sample, and others. These are other options which are available over here. So we take new page always normally because we want to design from the scratch. So blank page option is available for this. Then we can, how we can save, I have already told you, I have explained you how you can save. I told you that you will save, it will be saved by the HTML extension, you can see over here. So I saved one file and I showed you how to insert image, how to type text, how to link text. Keep the cameras closed. Okay, so untitled .html will be converted to any other name that you have given, just like right now I gave it the name my first page or my first website. So in this way you can save this file, and the file will be stored on that particular location where you are storing your all of your files. So when you will have completed all the pages and you have already linked them together, then you will be able to upload it in your web server. Over here you can see that it is showing you that there are basically three tabs: code view, design view, and split view. In a split you are going to see the code and design both at a time. Both the things will be available for you at a time. So now afterwards you can see that different parts of the Dreamweaver window are labeled over here. What are the different parts now? This is the thing that we need to understand, because in question and answers you are going to have these things. What is meant by document window, what is meant by status bar, what is meant by title bar, what is meant by standard toolbar, what is meant by panel group, what is meant by these all components which are available over here. You know that in any software at the top there is title bar, then there is menu bar, standard menu bar. Okay. Then afterwards there is always toolbar, standard toolbar, just like over here, insert image, insert table, etc. etc. All these things are there. So you can see over here that we have got the text area, the editing area, design view. Right now, just like you can see over here that this is the design view. Over here, you can insert shapes, images, and all these things to make a website. Now, whenever you create a website, how many portions are there normally in a website? How it looks like? This thing is very important for any designer to know about. Whenever you are designing any web page or website, you must know that how a website looks like. For example, if I write over here school website, this simple example school website, there you will find out there are some different designs available. Okay, so whenever you will see the website looks, you will see that at the top there is a, a logo or this site name. Then you will see that there are some menus available. Okay, these are the menus. Then you will see that there is some picture banner or animated banner. You can see over here an animated banner is there. Okay, can you see this? The banner is there which is moving, and it is quite easy to design this banner in Flash. Those who are studying Flash in P1 or P2, the students who are studying Flash, they know about it that designing a banner is quite simple for them. And I can even tell you how to design a banner in Flash, and can you can insert it in your website. Then you will see that afterward, then there after the banner, there is a text area. There are two columns or three columns available. So always any website that you are using is following some pattern. Just like you can see over here that at the top there are some menus. When we are clicking the menus, they are showing their options available over here. Then there is animated banner. Can you see this? Animated banner is there, and then afterwards there are some other text areas. So this thing is very important for us to understand. Okay, what are basically the different components in a website, and what kind of components are there that you are going to see, and what will be their sequence, how to design this thing. So this thing is very important, we must know. Up to here, if you have got any question, please ask me. If you have got any question, kindly ask me. So all these things are clear to all of you? Good. So what are the different components? Now see, what are different components that you are using? First one is title bar. Now these questions can be asked in your MCQs or in your short questions, or that's why. Title bar is the top bar where your file name is always displayed. This is the title bar. It's like, let me open this page. This is the top title bar where you can see that my file is my first page.html. Where it is there in the chapter 9 introduction to Dreamweaver folder, which is stored in P3, PSM, and D drive. So this line basically is written on the title bar. And after the title bar, there are basically menus. These are called the menu bars. The title bar displays the page title with the file path and file name in parentheses. If the file has unsaved changes, you see an artistic asterisk after the file name. What does it mean that there is a static after the file name? If I make some change to it, now see one static is there. It is showing that you have made some change in your document, but you did not save it. This is the static which is showing you. When I will click save, then this static will be removed. Can you see this? But if I make some change over here, again static is there. It is telling me that some change has been made but still not saved. Then standard toolbar, the file and edit menus have common operations like new, open, save, save as, cut, copy, paste, undo, and redo. So these shortcuts are also available after the standard menu bar. We have got file, edit, view. You know, in file we have got different options. In edit we have got different options. Some things are there that about them you are already aware, and some things are there which are especially you know designed for the Dreamweaver, so you are not going to find the such options in any other software. So this is basically the standard menu bar. So there are some different tools available. Insert bar. Insert bar contains buttons for creating and inserting objects, including tables, images. Some things are there which are available in the form of shortcuts here. Okay, just like you can see that insert, common layouts, forms,